nothing.
And?
Still nothing.
There's steam on your glasses, and you call that nothing?
We are testing Harvey's new formula for lipstick, not his reflexes.
Well, Miss Albright, are you convinced my permanent lipstick is everything Freddie told you it was?
Well, it certainly seems to be. No mess, no crackly feeling. And you say it'll stay put for 3 months without touching it up once?
Positively. Harvey's a real graduate chemist. He wouldn't waste time on a formula that hadn't been tested.
I sent some to my sister back home, and she gave my lipstick the most rugged wear. She plays the tuba in the Lady Elks band.
Yes, that certainly ought to prove something. Well, gentlemen, I think we're in business. Here's to permanently yours, the lipstick you change with the seasons.
Then you'll persuade your father to back us. Oh, you receive a third interest, of course, along with Freddie and me.
Well, you just let me handle things my own way. I guarantee that permanently yours will be on the market before it wears off my lips. That good enough?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I must be running along now.
See you at the office, Harvey.
Oh, save me a place in line, won't you? Bye now.
So long, Harvey.
That must be a mighty crowded office if you have to save him a place in line.
Sure is. It's the unemployment office.
Freddie, don't tell me you're still one of the charter members.
Oh, now, don't knock it, girl. That's where I met Harvey, in the Tuesday morning line. Nice progressive bunch of fellas. You know, go-getters.
Dad would just love that description.
Say, when are you going to pitch the lipstick deal to your old... I mean, to your father?
Oh, I'm not going to tell him at all.
But, Margie, you promised Harvey. That's why I brought him to you, so you could get your dad to help.
Look, Freddie, this is one time we're going to be smart. That means keeping you and Dad as far apart as possible, considering the way he feels about you, remember?
He sure hates my... Well, let's just say he hates me all over.
Besides, we don't need Dad. All we need is a certain new client of his.
Look, Margie, whatever you have in mind, I know there must be a safer way.
Freddie, surely you aren't going to let those Tuesday line go-getters down. Why, you wouldn't be able to face them. You'd have to back in to get your unemployment check.
Yeah, I know, but...
Listen, Dad is handling a big cosmetic company merger, and his client is Madame Giselle Lautrec of the Giselle of Montmartre line.
Oh, a French outfit, huh?
Now, if she's figuring on merging with a big company, she'll jump at a hot new item like permanently yours.
Yeah, could be. And we know the lipstick works, and I wouldn't have to talk to your father at all.
Can you suggest a safer way than that?
Margie, I'm for it. We'll take the lipstick to Madame G. What's-her-name tomorrow. Don't you think we better give it just one little test? You know, just to make sure.
Make sure of what?
Well, to make sure that it doesn't come off under pressure. After all, Harvey hasn't had much experience with this sort of thing.
No, thank you.
Oh, come on. Margie, please. Just a little one for the road.
You'd better hit that road. Dad's due home for dinner.
Who cares? This is basic, Margie. Basic. Oh, that lipstick on those lips. Just like peaches and cream.
Margie! What's the meaning of this, Wilson?
It isn't what you think, Mr. Albright, sir.
No? Well, then what is it?
Oh, please, Dad, I can explain if you'll just give me time to think of something.
Never mind. I want to hear what this beady-eyed pipsqueak has to say for himself before I break every bone in his head. Now, what have you got to say for yourself?
Goodbye, Mr. Pipsqueak. I mean, Mr. Albright.
Just a moment, young lady. Now you'll have your chance. What was that monkey business that was going on when I just came in?
Well, Dad, it isn't what you think.
Is that all anyone can say around here?
Well, I can't tell you any more. You'll just have to trust me.
Good morning, Madame Giselle.
Bonjour, Monsieur Albright. You are early today.
Oh, I just thought I'd drop by to see if you were ready for the demonstration. We don't want anything to go wrong with the Hemisphere Cosmetic Corporation merger now, do we?
Demonstration. Poof. I thought you came to see me.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, madame, but business before pleasure, as they say.
I've done all I can. Now the cosmetics must speak for themselves.
Well, they'll certainly have a lot to say when they make anyone as attractive as you.
Well, Monsieur Albright, you are positively continental.
Well, perhaps I better call Mr. Bradshaw of Hemisphere and find out when he's coming over for the demonstration. May I use your phone?
Well, of course. The one over there on the desk. Excuse me one moment, monsieur.
So I find you again making the sheep as at another man's.
Please let me lower your voice. He will hear you.
And why should he not hear me? In America, does the husband not have the right to reproach the wife who flirts?
Yes, Chevy, but jealous husbands are so dull. And I don't think Monsieur Albright will be amused.
I do not like the way you choose to amuse him. My sweet?
It's my business to sell the cosmetics that you create, Chevy.
Then sell cosmetics only, do you hear? And be very careful of what you include in your sales stock, or I, Lautrec, will become violent, I warn you. If I catch you next time, I...
Oh, that'll be fine. Yes, sir, Mr. Bradshaw. Thank you. Goodbye. Mr. Bradshaw's coming over tonight before he goes home for dinner.
How wonderful. Then, tonight is the night, mon ami.
Well, and, yes, and if he likes the demonstration, Giselle of Montmartre and Hemisphere Cosmetics are as good as merged.
How can I ever thank you for what you have done?
Oh, I haven't done anything. It's you. It's you that, well, goodbye for now.
Goodbye. I will see you tonight with Monsieur Bradshaw. Yes, sir. Goodbye. Wow, that was close. Thank goodness we saw him before he saw us.
He usually doesn't have to see me. He has some kind of radar that warns him when I'm in the neighborhood.
That's just his killer instinct.
Don't say that.
Just straighten your tie and you're all set. And remember, you're selling our lipstick, not testing Giselle's.
Oh, Margie, I hate to go in there alone.
All a salesman needs is a little charm and personality. And you have... And then there's aggressiveness, the will to win.
What's the next thing?
Intelligence. So maybe I better repeat the pep talk.
Oh, Margie, why don't you go in there? Here, you take the lipstick.
Oh, stop. You know I can't. I met Giselle at Dad's office. That's how I learned about the big deal they're cooking up. Now, I'll coach you. What's the first thing you do when you meet a beautiful French woman?
Blow a fuse?
Probably, but I don't mean that. You must be galant, have savoir-faire. In other words, plenty of moxie.
This I dig.
Good. Now, you flatter her with your eyes. Pay tribute to her beauty, like this.
If I ever tried that, she'd slug me.
Oh, she would not. She's French. She's used to the continental approach. Then you murmur softly, enchanté. That means enchanted.
In other words, punchy.
In your case, yes. Now, you take her hand like this, with old-world gallantry, and you brush it lightly with your lips.
Incredible. What a power over women. You're a better man than I, monsieur.
Well, go on in, powerhouse. What?
Enchanté.
Please, what is this?
That's a wedding ring. But Margie didn't tell me you had a husband.
Margie? Who is Margie?
Margie Albright. She's in on this, too. It was her idea to... Oh, I goofed.
Albright. Then you're a friend of Monsieur Albright. Well, that is different. Come, Tell me what it is you want, and incidentally, who you are.
I'm Freddie Wilson, and I came to sell you our new lipstick. It's called Permanently Yours, and it's permanent for 3 months, and it doesn't crack or peel, and so you're not interested, so goodbye and thanks.
Just a moment, Monsieur Wilson. I must compliment you. You have a most unusual approach for a salesman, but you're very cute, mon ami. And such a man should be rewarded. Let me see the lipstick. Permanently yours, huh? Nice name. But how can we be sure unless we test it?
Oh, it works. Oh, try it on your hand. You'll see.
On my hand? Could this be the gallant gentleman who swept a poor, defenseless woman off her feet?
My wife in your power, too. No woman is safe from you.
Please, sir, it's not what you think.
Then what is it?
Oh, I wish I could think of another line for situations like this.
Please, Remy, don't excite yourself.
Don't excite myself. I saw this man outside. I kept thinking, my wife is alone. Perhaps he comes into this office. And he does!
Don't you dare strike this woman.
Freddie, what happened?
You and your enchanty.
Freddie, what are you doing hanging around my apartment?
I wasn't, Mr. Albright, honest. And Margie isn't even home, so I wasn't hanging around her either. See you.
Oh, no, you don't. I want to talk to you about a certain telephone call I got from Madame Giselle's husband. And now stay there.
Nice of you to ask me in, Mr. Albright.
You'll wish you weren't in here before I get through with you. Now, where's Margie?
I don't know, sir. I left her to go to the butcher shop to get a piece of steak for my eye.
I've a good mind to put a mouse on your other eye. Kissing another man's wife, you home wrecker.
Honest, Mr. Albright, it's not what you... All right, I'm a home wrecker.
Not only a home, but you also managed to wreck a big business deal. And that's going a little bit too far.
You mean her husband saw it, you, too?
Oh, why wouldn't he be with you, blabbing my name all over the place and saying you worked for me? Why, he almost melted the telephone wires when he called.
I was only trying to show Mrs. Giselle the lipstick Margie and I are trying to sell.
Oh, lipstick. That was the unkindest cut of all. You two were muscling in on my client. Oh, isn't there anything sacred to this present generation?
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Albright. We weren't trying to do you out of anything. We were just trying to help the deal. A friend of mine's a chemist, and he came up with a formula for a new lipstick that's permanent. Stays on for 3 months.
3 months? I haven't got the time.
But this lipstick is revolutionary. 1 application, and it stays on for 3 whole months. Now, watch this.
Won't run, eh? Well, you'd better.
But I don't get it.
We'll wait till Margie gets home, and then I'll have a few words to say to both of you.
Hello? Oh, yes, Freddie. How's everything going? But it couldn't transfer. You must have done something wrong.
What can you do wrong with a lipstick? I just... What? Wait 15 seconds after applying it before touching it.
The lipstick has to have 15 seconds or so to set properly. You know, like glue or cement. Then it's permanent and nothing can get it off. Except my special cold cream solvent that goes along with it, so the women can change colors.
Now you tell me. Well, I know about the cream solvent, but I didn't know about the 15 seconds. Well, you didn't even tell Margie, so that means she doesn't know either. Wait just a second, Harvey. Stand by. Yeah, it works. Thanks, boy. I'll talk to you later. Mr. Albright, Watch. It really works. I did something wrong the first time. See? It won't rub off. Like I told you, it's permanent.
And like I told you, I have no use for it or for you or anything you're connected with at any time in any way. Is that clear?
Yeah, I think I get the general idea. You just don't like me for some reason. But I just wanted to show you that Margie and I have a good thing with this lipstick. That's why we went to see that Giselle woman.
Oh, shut up. You wouldn't know a good thing if you saw it, and if you saw it, it wouldn't be any good. Hello?
My wife and I, we must have the lipstick your friend, Monsieur Wilson, brought here today.
You and Madame Giselle want the lipstick?
It is truly a permanent lipstick. My Giselle tried to take it off since this morning with every cream and cleanser we have. And nothing, but nothing can touch it. We must have the lipstick here when Monsieur Bradshaw arrives for the demonstration.
Oh, we'll come right over. And au revoir to you, too. Well, Freddie, old boy, it seems that we...
I know, and I accept your apology, old man. Don't crawl. I know you realize what a dope you were, but I forgive you.
Stop grinning like an ape and wipe that silly stuff off your face. We've got to get over there in a hurry.
We? Don't recall engaging you to handle this deal. It's pretty big. You may foul it up.
Now, you listen to me, Freddie.
But I'm a kindly man, and after all, you are Margie's poor old father. So you go get a pencil and paper. I want to dictate some notes on the contract.
But we've got to get over there before they...
A pencil and paper, please. I do hope you take shorthand. Oh, and, Vern, old boy, get me a cigar while you're at it, will you?
Madam Giselle, I want to apologize. My father wasn't to blame, neither was Freddie Wilson or the lipstick. It never would have happened if I just keep my big old mouth shut, and someday maybe I'll learn, but I doubt it. My dad is right. I'm just... What's the matter? Did I make a funny?
Mademoiselle, I am Giselle of Montmartre.
Your wife? I mean which? Who?
I create the cosmetics for my wife. She is what you call the front.
Oh, I seem to gather that you accept my apology.
No apology is necessary, Margie. My husband and I have just called your father, and he's bringing over Monsieur Wilson with the lipstick.
You mean you really want the lipstick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good evening. I'm T.J. Bradshaw of Hemisphere Cosmetics.
Monsieur Bradshaw, you are early.
Yes, I'm sorry, but my wife is giving a dinner party on a very short notice. And I didn't think you'd mind if we'd have the demonstration a little ahead of schedule.
Of course, Monsieur Bradshaw. But there is one item. It's not ready. Mr. Albright was going to bring it, but he has not arrived yet.
Well, I have one of the lipsticks with me. I'm Margie Albright. Do you mind if I sort of take Dad's place?
Not at all. In fact, I'd consider it a definite improvement.
Then shall we proceed with the demonstration?
Yes.
First, this lipstick. It is sensational, incredible. Perhaps it's better if Mademoiselle Margie will demonstrate the lipstick for you.
Well, maybe this will be an improvement on my dad, Mr. Bradshaw.
I'll buy that, Margie. Now, what is so sensational about this lipstick?
Well, number one, it's permanent. Once it's applied, it won't come off for 3 months.
3 months? Why, that's impossible.
Mr. Bradshaw, you're in for a big surprise.
Well, what's everybody staring at?
It transferred.
I thought you said this stuff was permanent.
Well, it is. I mean, it was. It should be. Oh, holy cow, now it is permanent.
Well, get this stuff off of my face. How do you expect me to go home like this? Why, my wife would kill me.
Something has gone wrong.
I'll say something has gone wrong. The whole deal has gone wrong. Now, I warn you, if this stuff doesn't come off, I'll sue.
Well, this is our big night, Freddie boy. I always knew I'd have you as a client someday.
Oh, it's just destiny. I don't propose to haggle. Just give me a firm offer for my lipstick.
I will. Maybe this will take it off.
Margie, what?
Oh, Freddie!
Well, what is it? Oh, hello, dear. Yes, dear. I know we're having guests for dinner tonight, but I have something on my agenda that I got to clean up before I come home. Yes, dear. Yes, well, I'm trying every possible way I can... Hello? 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 Ooh, that all bright!
Hemisphere's board of directors ought to be punching their time clock soon. Give me Harvey's lipstick.
Margie, are you sure you know what you're doing?
If this little plot works out, we're back in business. Where's Harvey's solvent cream?
Here.
Stand by. Here's the first thing. Uncle Oscar, fancy meeting you here. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. That was number one. Here comes some more. Uncle Oscar! Oh, you're not Uncle Oscar. Well, you must be Uncle Oscar. Oh, you're not Uncle Oscar either. I made a boo-boo.
How many guys are there on this board of directors?
Who cares as long as the lipstick holds out? Here comes another one. Geronimo. Oh, I already got you.
Miss Albright, haven't you caused enough trouble in my family? Gentlemen, what's going on here? Very funny. But you won't think it's so funny when you find out that this stuff doesn't come off.
Permanently yours, gentlemen. That is, unless you want to talk terms. Well, I'm prepared to take the lipstick off if you want to sign a deal right now. Otherwise, well, I just wonder what your wives are going to say.
So that's the Albright technique. Well, let me tell you. What is it? What? All right. Tell them to wait. Gentlemen, it seems that somebody sent for our wives, and I think we know who.
Oh, yes. I didn't get a chance to tell you. All your wives are here expecting a big surprise. And I think you have one for them, don't you?
Well, Margie, it looks like you have the unanimous vote from the board. Where do I sign?
Well, I don't know where, but I do know how. With this lipstick. You see, it's permanent. What's up, Dad?
Shh, I'm trying to write a telegram.
The telegram?
Uh-huh, to congratulate Scott Paper Company on their new West Coast plant.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm trying to say in as few words as possible how great it is that they've chosen such a fine city as Everett, Washington for their new plant.
How about great Scott, great going?
Well, that's my little Margie.